riding on the line here than usual. Kevin Harlan here alongside Craig Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. A moment here now to see the numbers for Jonathan Kuminga.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The wings for him, Sharp and Avdia. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Tamani Kamara. And it's Yang in at center. And for Seattle, Filipowski's out there with Toppin. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Holiday. And it's Levine in at the shooting guard position. And as we are working our way towards the middle of the season, RJ, we have seen some surprises as well as our share of disappointments.
It doesn't take too long to see what is working for some teams and what is not working for some teams. But there have been a few surprises.
Holiday following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. Pass to Levine. On the wing, Holiday. Hits the three-point bomb. Holiday's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for Seattle. Lillard looking around. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Nobody near Lillard. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Seattle. I asked him about facing a talent like Damian Lillard, and coach said, we know Dame is going to be a handful. He always is. He has unlimited range. He's terrific at shooting off the dribble, and if you press up on him, he'll go right by you. He is a difficult cover, to say the least. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Here's Lillard after the basket by Seattle. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. There's the triple. Kamara misses. And so for Seattle, their last game, a loss to the Rockets.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
Good on the three-point shot.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Now here is Holiday. 9 points last game. Over to the wing. Kuminga. No good from outside. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. They now take the lead.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
A springing athlete. Everybody knows about Levine and his bounce. He's just hard to check. And look, he was fouled right there.
Free throw good, Levine. You know, RJ, when you think of the top scorers in the NBA, Zach LaVine can get overlooked.
Yeah, LaVine's career scoring average is over 20 points a game. We're talking about under 100 guys have done that in league history.
And so LaVine nails both of them.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Levine against Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Levine against Sharp. Now here is Holiday. Guarded closely.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Lillard with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. It's deflected. The shot's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Seattle, trailing by 4. Outside, Levine. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Levine fighting for it inside, staying aggressive.
Holiday against Lillard. Over Holiday. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here is Holiday. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
First free throw is good. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
The international flavors just continue to boom in the NBA, and a big part of that moving forward, guys, is going to be Yang Hansen. He's going to be the driver of millions and millions of viewers abroad. And so for Portland, for the NBA, Yang Hansen's going to be a player to keep a very close eye on.
Crossing over the borders. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Seattle trails by 3. Outside, Levine. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Seattle. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season. And, of course, the Trailblazers, 5.5 games behind. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Jazz. Levine against Sharp. He can't get that one. Nice D from Levine. For Seattle, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Just muscling through the contact. Levine is a flat-out star.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
A loss is a loss, but some of them hurt more than others. You just hope the extended overtime minutes didn't zap their energy for this game.
the numbers here for Drew Holiday. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's getting around 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Yang, defended by Filipowski. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Seattle. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Levine. 3-pointer. Avdia with the rebound. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Lillard against Kuminga. Now Kamara. That 3 off the mark. And here is Toppin. Still without a basket.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Free throw is good by Toppin. Barnes, he's checked in for Portland. Both good from the line that time.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Holiday against Lillard. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Toppin. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. And stolen by Lillard. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players just around them. Back to you guys.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Here's Levine, following the score by Damian Lillard. Floats one up. The rebound by Sharp. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Damian Lillard at the line for one.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Bamba is checked in for Filipowski. Klay Thompson comes in for Toppin. Thomas checked in for Levine, and it's Mitchell in for Drew Holiday. And then for the Trailblazers, Jeremy Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Shaedon Sharp.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Seattle trails by 6. Bamba, a screen on Lillard. Mitchell passes to Bamba. Good work there as it goes.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Krejci's checked in, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Damian Lillard.
Fred VanVleet.
For three, Henderson. It's rebounded by Kuminga. For Seattle, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Outside Thomas. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Looking confident, even with the defense on him. I like it when Thomas is aggressive around the rim.
Richard, Cam Thomas has been criticized for his shot selection at times, but the guy can flat out score.
Oh, he's a walking bucket, and to his credit, he works on taking these difficult shots because he knows that is a valuable skill in this league.
Seattle trails by 4. Here's Mitchell. Still scoreless, and they call an illegal screen here. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month.
It's one thing to take a lot of threes. It's another to take good ones, and they do. And they have some great shooters.
Portland leading by 4. Henderson outside. Puts up a 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Kuminga finds Mitchell. Pass to Bamba. 5 on the clock. Here's Thomas. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, Thomas can be scary when he's getting points inside. That really rounds out his game.
Back to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. Preachy, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Thomas outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. This game against Seattle is the first time they've met this year.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to Thompson. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Red Van Vliet picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Seattle shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's stolen by Kuminga. Thomas against Henderson. Thomas kicks to Thompson. Back to Thomas. Seattle missing again. And Portland with the ball. Grant finds Van Vliet. Henderson against Thomas. Henderson attacking. Banked in off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Outside, Kuminga. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Mitchell. Six to shoot. Back to Thompson. This one for 3. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss. Trailblazers shooting it efficiently from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. To the paint. Here's Barnes. And Portland with another turnover here.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Henderson. He's averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, not playing outside himself, but finding lots of chances to do his thing and affect the game.
Aaron Nesmith is checked in for Seattle. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Trailblazers with the lead. A three. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And Bamba pulls it down. Van Vliet against Mitchell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Kuminga's got the game tied up here for Seattle.
Serious energy from Kuminga, grabbing the offensive board and getting two. These are the areas he needs to excel.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low, here's Grant, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the right side. Now, Nesmith, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. At the end of the first part, in a close game so far. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach, and I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Henderson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Yang in at center, locking down the middle. Here's Henderson. After Drew Holiday score, and the wide open shot from Avdia. Drains it from beyond the arc. Avdia's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. In the corner, it's Nesmith. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And Seattle leads by 2. Trailblazers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Three-pointer, Lillard. Toppin pulls it in. And Seattle shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Damian Lillard. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 8th in three-point shooting, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Toumani Camara, he's jacked in for Jeremy Grant. And Lillard kicks to Avdia. Lillard outside. Over Holiday. Seattle grabs the miss. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here we go with Henderson. Oh,
nice finish.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
Lillard against Holiday. Pass to Nesmith. Avdia with a defensive effort. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Shaedon Sharpe's checked in for Henderson.
17. Shaedon Sharpe.
The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Pass to Lillard. Takes the three. And Zach LaVine pulls it down. For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Toppin. Out on his own on the break. Here's Kamare. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Holiday, the pass to LaVine. Pulls up from the corner. Rebounded by Kamare.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Toppin with the steal. Outside Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holiday's got it all tied up now for Seattle.
Oh, Drew is so crafty when he gets to the rim.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Lillard with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Lillard against Holiday. Here's Sharp. Offline with his 3. For Seattle, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Neesmith can't get it to go. The Trailblazers shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Sharp, that's good.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Greg, when you talk about the all-time great three-point shooters, Damian Lillard is right up there.
Without a doubt. Steph is the clear #1, but that second spot is up for debate. And it's between guys like Harden, Ray Allen, and Dame.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Sharp after Drew Holiday's score. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Bounce pass, Holiday. Pass to Neesmith. Outside Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Toppin. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. For Portland, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now, here's Neesmith. He has 5. Count it.
Putting a cherry on top of that layup. That's a little fun with the double clutch.
Neesmith has gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Lillard with it. He had 27 points last game. Taken away by Holiday. Sharp against LaVine. And it's Toppin, that time on the assist by LaVine. And Seattle leads by 2. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Seattle.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
And it's Seattle with the ball. The Blazers getting the bucket. Holiday, the pass to Levine. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
It's the fearless nature of Levine's game that is so fun to watch. It is impressive watching him get in the paint and get calls.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Free throw good, Levine.
Players with this type of athleticism as Zach LaVine, historically, they keep people watching on TV and they keep people in the crowd. Why? Because you never know what you're going to see from them.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Filipowski. Thomas comes in for Aaron Nesmith. And it's Mitchell in for Drew Holiday. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Thomas against Sharp. From 7. Thomas, no luck.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Back to Sharp. 3-pointer. Toppin pulls it in. Seattle leading by 4. And here is Mitchell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Thomas. Lock at 6. Fires from deep. Kept alive. And the dunk by Bamba.
The activity from Bamba, when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Barnes, right side. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Levine can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And here's Seattle. They're on a 14-6 run. Mitchell against Van Vliet. And the shot goes down. Levine's got 14 points for the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Barnes. Fires it up. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Michael Porter and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Toppin. It's Thompson in for Zach LaVine. Here's Thomas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Scoot Henderson.
You love the readiness of Cam Thomas. Whatever his team needs, whenever they need it, he is prepared to deliver.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off.
You can tell Cam Thomas has a real aptitude for this game. He can contribute in multiple stats out on that floor.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Van Vliet. Still yet to score. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Jeremy Grant began his career as an activity role player, but he's been adding layers. He said at the start, whatever I needed to do to get on the court, whether it was defense, rebounding, blocking shots, I was going to do it. I wanted to see what I was capable of, so I put a lot of work in expanding my role. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bamba over Barnes. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 9 points. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
In this offense, they rely on Van Vliet to move the ball and find teammates.
Seattle calls timeout. Different look for Seattle. Lebowski, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Zach LaVine comes in for Cameron Thomas. And it's Drew Holiday in for Davion Mitchell. Seattle leading by 7. Bounce pass, Holiday. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Pass to Bamba. Over Barnes. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got the lead up to 9 now for Seattle. And for Portland, they're shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point. Van Vliet passes to Grant. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Grant's got 6 points.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Beyond the arc. Kuminga, no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. Henderson passes to Barnes. Back to Henderson. Pass to Krejci. Seattle grabs the miss. 1:02 left in the first half of basketball. Barnes against Holiday. Inside. Knocked loose. And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. "51 seconds left to play here in the half."
We see this time and time again from LaVine. He has the ability to put the offense on his shoulders.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 47%, pretty solid. To the inside, Van Vliet score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside Holiday shoots over Van Vliet. Second chance effort. Here's Bamba. Barnes grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 7. Stolen by Holiday. Wide open look. The shot missing. Up top, Henderson. Guarded by LaVine. The tray. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Seattle, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend? As former judges of the contest yourself, what's your main criteria when it comes to ranking the dunks?
Well, a good dunk should be like a good DJ set, creative, new, exciting, know your audience, give them something they haven't seen or heard before, and don't miss any dunks.
Wow, spoken like the one and only DJ Diesel. I like that, Shaq. Keep it fresh.
Right now, I'm a little worried about the criteria they're going to use to rank this show. And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for Seattle.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded roster.
Yeah, team chemistry, a big point of emphasis for this organization. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And half.